Welcome to Papyrus Plans. I'm Tasha. Ready to create something beautiful? Let's dive in. Hello everyone. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about my 2025 planner and the reason why I chose it and some of the struggles that I had along the way in terms of making that decision. So my current planner for this year, 2024, is a Happy Planner Classic Vertical. Now, I went through a lot of angst trying to figure out what my 2025 planner should be. And let me kind of explain. So this year I started my own business, and I noticed that I was very quickly running out of space in my planner. Now, most of my life I've used, like my very first planner that my mother gave me when I was in high school was a pocket planner. And I loved it because I could easily, I was in high school at the time, I could easily throw it in my pocket, throw it in my backpack. It wasn't, it was easy to carry around, it was portable. In college and beyond, I switched over to more of an A5, a half letter size planner. And that worked for me for a while. It was, most of them were horizontal designs. Back then that's pretty much horizontal and hourly was pretty much all you could get. I mean, they just did not have the same number of layouts that we currently have today. And so I used it, but I didn't like it. I felt like I couldn't be creative in my planner. And I was creating my own stickers even back then to add to my planner. And the horizontal layout just never worked for me. I used it because that's what was available. And when I went back to school, I switched to an hourly layout. And at the time, because I was putting in such long hours, that worked for me. But then after I graduated and got my advanced degree, it just didn't work for me. I didn't like the hourly layout. I tried to go back to the horizontal layout. It didn't work for me. And then I realized, okay, maybe I need to switch planners. And that's kind of when I discovered Happy Planner. So Happy Planner for me, when I saw how creative I could be, and I was like, okay, I'm already, making stickers, and maybe now I don't have to do all of that. I mean, I still obviously do a lot of that kind of stuff because I love it and it brings me joy. And I am the sort of person who is more productive when my planner is pretty. And I know some people aren't like that, but I am. And I'm a highly productive person, and I'm highly organized. And yes, I can get stuff done when things aren't pretty, but I notice probably not as much because then I get distracted and I'm like, well, why isn't this over here? And whereas if I make it look, something that in a way that brings me joy, I notice I get more done. And so for the most part, my classic vertical has been working for me. However, like I said, I've noticed I've been starting to run out of room. Now, maybe 3 to 4 months out of the year so far, which makes sense because, again, I recently started my own business. So the first 2/3 of the year, it was fine. But I was maxing out my space, and it basically took my mom and sister convincing me to get a big planner to finally do it. And I didn't want to. I've tried a big planner before, a Happy Planner Big, and I just thought it was too large. It was cumbersome to carry, even from room to room. I felt like I couldn't bring it with me. Yes, I am that person that brings their planner with them on vacation. I am. So I've been trying not to do it quite as much. Like my last vacation, I didn't do it. But I have been known to do it. I'm that person. Okay. And I make no apologies for that. It's just part of who I am. I love staying organized. I like being able to see, my day and my week, in my planner. And so, I mean, it took probably 2 months to convince me to get a big planner. I finally convinced myself to get a big planner. Happy Planner did their September fall release, and I hated everything. I think this is the first time that Happy Planner has released something that I just did not like. I liked the cover of one planner, but it wasn't available in the classic size or the vertical layout. I liked, a cover of another planner, but again, same thing. It either didn't have the right layout or didn't come in the right size. When I realized, okay, well, I said I was going to do the big planner. Okay, fine. So I looked at the big planner designs. Again, didn't like anything. And the designs I did like, it's like it kept being in the wrong place. So then I was like, well, maybe I need to switch brands. And I really didn't want to do that because I've been with Happy Planner for the last 6-7 years and it's been working for me. But I was like, okay, if I can't, get it in the right size and layout that I need, then maybe I need to switch. Okay. So I started doing more research on other different planners. And I really didn't like what I was seeing. So then I got an email from Happy Planner saying that they have custom planners. And I'm like, oh, this is going to solve everything. Well, I expected all of the planner covers to be available in the custom planners. Well, none of the planners were available in a big, which I was kind of confused by, and I thought I was missing something. And I was talking to some of my other planner friends, and they were like, no, I can only see Classic 2. And I was like, well, I don't understand what's going on. I thought they were gonna do custom planners. So that was kind of confusing. Then Happy Planner confirmed that yes, it's only available in the classic size. And so then I was kind of back to my same dilemma. Do I find another company that I can get a big planner in that I like the designs of, or do I just go back and or stick with my classic size planner? And so I was all ready to, you know, stick with my classic size planner. Even though I didn't necessarily love the designs that were being offered by the custom planner. I mean, I just was like, okay, I'm going to spend money on a custom planner. I feel like I should be able to get the designs that I want. And I felt like I still had the same kind of dilemma. So then someone in one of my planner groups told me about her Hobby Lobby having the 2025 planners on sale. And so she was like, well, at least if you don't love it, at least you're getting it at a discount. And I'm like, well, how much of a discount? Because if it's not that much of a discount, it's the same kind of thing, right? And she's like, I got 50% off. And I was like, wait, what? Hold on a second. I said, I'm talking about my planner for next year. And she was like, yeah, 2025. And I was like, they never put 2025 planners on sale. And she's like, my Hobby Lobby had it on sale. So then I was like, well, maybe mine will too. Now, I have to say, I kind of went in as an extreme skeptic because my Hobby Lobby never has anything on sale for the upcoming year in the current year. My Hobby Lobby just doesn't. Like, we are kind of like the stepchild of all the Hobby Lobbies in the nation. Like, we get everything late. We rarely get things. And when we do get things, it sells out so fast. It's kind of hard to, you know, get there in time to try to get it. So I wasn't really hopeful. So I went there and I was like, well, this is such a great deal. I'm willing to be inconvenienced and drive, you know, the 30 minutes to get to this Hobby Lobby. Okay, fine. So I go there and I'm walking to the Happy Planner aisle. And I see a 40% off sign, and I'm like, it says Paper Studio, and it's like, okay, that's what I thought, Paper Studio. And then I look at the fine print, and I see a little Happy Planner icon, and I'm like, wait a second. So I read the fine print, and it says Happy Planner and Paper Studio. So hence my huge Hobby Lobby haul. Now, I will say, they did have both the big size and the classic size planner there. Again, options were limited. There was only 2 designs in each size with the vertical layout that I could choose from. This again is the classic vertical. They had the other classic one, but it had the year emblazoned on it. And I'm not a fan of having the year on the cover. I don't really like when Happy Planner does that. I don't understand why they do that. I know what year it is. I know what year I'm using my planner. And in case I ever forget, I can look in the front of this and see that it says 2025, right? It's like, okay, the year's right there. So in case I get that forgetful, I can look in my planner and see what the year is. Plus, I like the ability to be able to switch covers. Now, in 2024, I did so much customization on my planner because, again, I bought a planner with the layout I wanted, but I hated like almost all of the dividers. And so I like customize everything, but it was time consuming. I love all my dividers that I made for each month. But it was really time consuming, and costly. And I just thought, I don't want to do that another year. So when I saw this one online and I thought, that's okay, but I mean, can I do better? You know what I mean? Like, I thought it was just average. I'm glad I saw this in person because I think it's much more beautiful in person than it was on the Happy Planner website. So I got this one basically because it didn't have 2025 across the front. I like the message, find the beauty in each day. I think that's a nice message. I wouldn't say I'm a huge floral person. I like florals. I use them a lot. But I don't necessarily feel like I want that in my planner. But again, so this wasn't like my first option, but I got such a great deal, I decided it was worth it. So just kind of showing you guys, you know, what the inside of it looks like in case you've never seen a Happy Planner. You get kind of your year in view, currently page of each month, and I'll show you the dividers. Again, some of them have gold foil anyway, and I like most of the dividers, which is why I ended up getting it. And it was kind of hard to see in store because, again, this was packaged and I cut the packaging off to make life easier for you guys to be able to take a look at it. But the dividers are gorgeous. I mean, I really like the dividers. And I would say probably the only one I don't like is April. Like, look at that. I mean, it's so boring. It's like, really, Happy Planner? Is this the best you could do for April? I mean, it's like so blah. Like, especially compared to the other ones, I'm like, eh. But I was like not liking 1 or 2 dividers versus last year where I hated like 9 of them. I mean, that's a far cry, right? So we're improving. Again, really pretty, kind of understated. Not as over the top as I wish it was or could be. I feel like some of the florals, again, are a bit boring. Like, I feel like, okay, you could have done more. But I would say all in all, it's good, right? It's cute. It's cute. Like my birthday month is kind of like, really, is this all I get? I'm like, I wish I had some foiling on this for at least my birthday month, but it's like, okay, it's not the end of the world, right? I mean, I think for the most part, I was like, okay, she's cute. Okay, so here's the layout, kind of same as before. Now, we'll say one of the things that, again, I don't like is when Happy Planner puts the year on the front of the cover. This year, with the custom planners, they finally gave us something that we've been asking for years, and that was to make the dividers double-sided and take the month off of the back of the divider. We've been asking that for literally years. They finally did it in the custom planners, and I was shocked when I bought this one and I opened it up, and I still had the month on the back of this. Like, really? I don't understand. Like, if you did it for the custom planners, why don't I get that? I think that's weird. I really don't understand this. So that was kind of confounded by this, and I'm like, okay. Because again, this retails for $34.99. I think same price as a custom planner. So it's like, if custom planner, people who buy the custom planners get that, why can't I get that too? Again, I like the minimal design. I love polka dots, and these are black and they're very minimal, so I don't mind that in the middle. Again, very minimal, classic vertical layout, pretty simplistic design. You have the grid in the left sidebar, and then the note section in the bottom. I almost always cover the note section up, but again, it's not that big of a deal to me. This is the most important part, keeping this neutral so that I can decorate this the way that I like, in a way that makes me happy. So again, obviously same thing for all the other months. You get your curly page, and then you get the vertical layout here. So that's kind of why I stuck with my classic vertical, because number one, I got such a great deal on it. Number two, I didn't feel like it was worth it for me to get a custom planner, especially if I still wasn't going to like everything. And I'm like, if I'm not going to like everything, at least this way I got this on sale, and it makes me feel at least a little bit better about not liking everything. Because I'm like, every time I'll look at this, I can tell myself, but you got 40% off. You know what I mean? So all in all, I think this was definitely worth it. So I would say definitely check out your Hobby Lobby to see if you can get your 2025 planner on sale. Again, my Hobby Lobby never has the next year's planners on sale in the current year, but this time they did. And I was kind of shocked. And again, I didn't have very many options to choose from in terms of selection, but I was able to find something that I felt like I could live with. And that wasn't going to drive me crazy like my 2024 planner. So again, that's what she's looking like for the new year. And this is the planner I'm going to be taking with me into the new year. And again, I don't love everything about it, but I like most of the things about it. And I think that's going to be okay. So I'm going to try and see if I can, well, if this size will work for me. I am a little concerned about running out of space. I'm hoping that maybe that was just I just started my business kind of a thing. But we'll see. I mean, I think if next year by June, I will have a better sense of whether or not I can make the size continue to work for me as it has been for the last 6-7 years. If not, then I'm going to have to suck it up and get that big size planner, whether I like the designs or not. But here's hoping that 2025 has cuter designs and is less limiting than this year. Okay, so that's why I chose to keep the classic vertical planner from Happy Planner like I currently have, and why I plan to take it with me into the next year. Let me know in the comments what planner you're going with in the new year and why. All right, guys, talk to you later. Bye. That's all for today. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and share your thoughts in the comments. Until next time, stay inspired, and thank you for watching.